Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kate and I love all things makeup, beauty, skincare, and fun. Today we're going to be doing my update on my skincare project pan for the month of February. So if you are interested in this type of content, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel down below, and without any further ado, let's go. Okay, so this month was kind of a mixed bag. So there are some products in here that I don't believe I talked about last month in terms of like, I want to finish these up. But I had it in the back of my mind, like, okay, I have some products downstairs in my bathroom, in my bedroom, that I know I want to try to focus on and finish up because they're almost at the end of their rope. So we will be including those in here today, just so that we can kind of talk about what I'm switching them out for. So we will start, I think, with the things that were less successful. So the first thing that was not a great success was this by Peter Thomas Roth. This is their Instant Firm XI Temporary Eye Tightener. I used this thrice in the last month, which is not great. What I'm kind of struggling with this product is that I feel like it dries out my under eyes. So I just don't know if this product is for me. I'm gonna keep trying it, but I used it 3 days, and I admittedly used it 3 days in a row, and I just felt like my eyes were like super dry underneath. And then the other thing, this is kind of a finicky product. If you use too little, it literally does nothing. If you use too much, you get like this crusty, dusty white cast under your eyes, and it's just not obviously flattering. And then this does not always wear well, in my opinion, with makeup. And if I'm wearing makeup that day, of course I'm going to put concealer there, I'm going to put powder there, and I just feel like this kind of messes with that a little bit. So this product might not be for me right now, because I do wear concealer, especially on days when I'm wearing a full beat. I'm definitely wearing concealer, but on days when I'm wearing no makeup or less makeup, that's typically in the summer. So I'm gonna give it another go, but it might have to kind of like wait a little bit until the summer rolls around, or if I'm not able to get like use out of it, even then I will be happy to pass that right along. But that was a fail. I'm gonna try to use it at least 5 times because clearly last month did not work. But I'd like to use it at least 5 times. I don't want to set the bar too high, because if I don't like it, I don't want to force myself to like have bad makeup days or have days when I don't feel good about my skin just because I'm trying to use a product. The other eye product I have in this project is this one by Tula, and this is their Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I definitely used this 7 times, which is good. I just want to verify my notes down here, which is good. That being said, there's still quite a bit of product left. This product honestly is not something that I would repurchase, and it's not something that I think does a lot for my under eyes. I don't think it does a great job brightening. The cooling sensation is very minimal. That being said, it's a little older of a product, so which is partially why it's in this project, is that I need to use it before it completely goes bad. But would I repurchase this? Not necessarily. There's other products from Tula that I really enjoy and really love. This is just not like my favorite. I actually have another one of these balms by them, but it's in pink packaging. So if we ever finish this one, I will be happy to try to incorporate that one in and see if that one does anything more. But this is just a product that I don't necessarily know that I absolutely can't live without. But for the sake of the project, I do want to try to use this 10 times. Again, I used it 7 times this past month, which is not terrible, but that means I only used it for 1 week, which is not great. So I would like to try to use this at least 10 times. Another thing with this one is that it does kind of leave a little bit of a funky texture. Let me see if I can show you. Leaves a kind of a slick texture under my eyes, and that can sometimes, in my humble opinion, create a little bit of a snafu when I'm trying to apply makeup, because my makeup doesn't necessarily adhere quite as well as it would if I didn't have that balm on. So I think this is a product that I'm going to try to continue, obviously, to use, but I might try to incorporate it into my nighttime routine instead. A product we had some really good success with is this one by Lancome. This is their Advanced Genifique, their Youth Activating Concentrate. I used this 15 times or more. I feel like I used it more than 15 times, but I have 15 dashes. That being said, though, I am confident that I did not necessarily get every single time that I used this, but the bottle is definitely lighter. I use this one morning and night. I definitely use this more in the morning than at night, because I am somebody that so struggles unless I have a full face of makeup on, remembering to do my nighttime skincare. If I go without makeup that day, I'm not doing my nighttime skincare, which is not great. If for no other reason, like in terms of efficacy, my product's not going to work as well if I'm not using them as regularly. But I do my morning skincare 99% of the time, and this always is included in that. So I do think that we are on track to use this up by the end of April. So I am feeling good about our progress here. For toner, this is the toner that we've been using. You can see this was full and brand new, and you can see that it is halfway gone. This will definitely be done by the end of March, which means I actually need to buy a new toner. This is the last, I think I have some like essences. I'll have to look, but I know I'm running really low on toner, so I'm feeling good about this. Toner is something that I use at the very least every single morning, at least once a day. So you can see that like that has reigned true. I go through toner really quickly, but I've had this one in my collection for quite a while. I got it in a subscription box, so it was important to me that I put it in here so that I use it up, and I don't like buy something else before this is gone, before this is toast. So I'm glad we're getting to use this up. Is it my favorite toner? No, it is not. But is it a bad toner? Also, no, it is not. It's like pretty gentle. There's no like stinging or anything like that, but I also don't necessarily know that it is doing too much other than like making sure that there's no schmutz on my face. And I'm looking for a little bit more out of a toner than just that. So this is not necessarily a project I'll repurchase, but I am glad that we're finally getting through this. This is probably my biggest success of this month, and I'm very happy about it. This was the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, and I had a bit left, quite a bit, and I was like, I have to finish this by the end of April because this product is going to go bad. It is already like at the end of its life, and I did use it up completely, so I'm feeling really good about that. I was really diligent about using my AM skincare this month, and again, using AM skincare for me is a little bit easier in terms of like I'm in that like physical habit of it. Like I get up, I use the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I do my skincare, I get dressed. Whereas I have not perfected the nighttime version of that yet, but I'm very proud to say this is completely used up, which is good because it was definitely nearing the end of her life. This is a product that works brilliantly for me in the wintertime, so I thought like this time of year would be the perfect time to use it because I have combination skin, I'm 34, and this time of year living in New England can be really tough because it's so cold and so dry, and this really does a beautiful job of preventing my skin from having like dry flaky patches. So I'm glad that I used this up. Super expensive, but Tatcha is one of my favorite skincare brands, so I'm likely to repurchase this in the future, but not right now because we're heading into spring, and I have some other moisturizers on deck that I'll show you in a little bit that we're going to replace this with. Less successful was our nighttime moisturizer. It's a sleeping mask. It is by Glow Recipe, and it's their Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask. They no longer make this. And so that is part of the reason why it is critically important that I use this up, because it is nearing the end of its life. I did use a good amount, but not enough. You can see like a good amount of it is gone, but I had already used a decent amount of it. So I need to get back into a better rhythm of ensuring that I am using this, because I really do want to make sure this is gone by the end of April, because I want to make sure that I am like really focusing this year on completely eliminating any backstock makeup makeup, skincare. Well, that too would be nice too, but really skincare that I have for a number of years. I was using subscription boxes, and so many of them came with skincare. This is actually how I got this. And the trouble with that is that I could not use it as fast as I was getting it. So I have this like plethora of it, and now I'm like, I need to use this up because it's all gonna go bad. So I am in the space this year where I'm on like a zero skincare buy unless I'm out of it. That is the goal for 2024. A couple of products that I did not mention in my original video identifying products that I wanted to use up, primarily because I knew they were at the end of their life. And so I knew that I was going to indeed use them up before April. So the first one is this one. This is by E.l.f. And this is their first serum spray. It hydrates and radiates skin, double layer serum enriched with white truffles from Italy. This product, Juicy Jazz, here on YouTube talked about, so I gave it a go, and I do enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. I have used this both day and night, and I've been using it consistently, I would say, at least in the day, and anytime I did my nighttime skincare, I would use this as well for the last like 3 months. Totally used it up. I do really enjoy it. The price point isn't too outrageous or egregious. I don't think that this is a product that I would, and in fact I know it's not because I bought it last summer and I tried it in the summer and I was like, absolutely not. It's just too glowy. If you're somebody with dry skin or somebody with combination skin who lives in a place where there's seasons and one of those seasons gets really cold and really dry, I think that this was a great addition. I used most of this when I was using up my Drunk Elephant polypeptides. I had like a slew of minis from them, and I used this in addition to that, and I felt like that was great. In days when I used it in conjunction with this, my skin was like very, very hydrated, like borderline too hydrated. It was just a lot. That being said, I did use it up. I didn't have a lot left this past month, so I kind of had a feeling that I would be able to use it up this month. I will repurchase it, or I'm likely, I should say, to repurchase it in the future. I also really like the one by Tatcha. They have a dewy skin mist. That one is much more expensive, but I enjoy that one as well. So if I don't pick this one up, I'm likely to pick up the Tatcha one. That being said, this is a much more cost-effective alternative, so could be convinced to buy again next fall. I finally used this up. I think I had this in my project pan last year, and the thing is I have a couple different face washes in a couple different places. So I keep one at my sink because when I wash my face, I do a double cleanse with a cleansing balm, and then I go in with a face wash, and this was the one that was at that sink. So I don't use the one at my sink obviously quite as often as I use the one in my shower. So it did take a little bit longer than I anticipated to totally use it up. There's like a weird glob of it like right here, but I can't get any more out of this bottle. I'm glad to have finally used this up. I got this years ago at this point from E.l.f. when they were like discontinuing their Jelly Pop line. I know that their primer is now back. I don't think this has come back. I do enjoy this. I don't think it's like the best cleanser in the world. I don't think it's like groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination. For me, like what was a little bit annoying is it doesn't lather super great. I had to like really like kind of work to get it to lather. That being said, it is pretty gentle, so it's not something that I felt like stripped my skin, and it's not something that broke me out. Again, combination skin, very acne prone. It's very annoying. So this did not agitate that at all. Cannot rebuy it again because it's discontinued, and it came out a number of years ago at this point, so I'm glad to have finally used it up. The last product that we have to talk about in terms of like what I used up was this Big Kahuna. This is by Clean It, and this is their Zero Cleansing Balm. This is the biggest size that they offer. I bought this last spring. Yes, because it was the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This was on sale for like half off or something. So I have completely used this up. There's like a few scraps in there that I could actually probably try to get out to wash my face off tonight. But I'm grateful to have finally used this up. What took me so long, honestly, like is not necessarily actually using this up. It's that I had some others. I had one by like Neutrogena that I was trying to use up, and I had... I think it was Pharmacy. I don't know. I had another couple of cleansing balms that I knew I had to use up before I dug into this, which is another part of like why I'm doing this kind of like we have to use what we have before we buy anything else new. Because like I bought this as a backup and it took me more than half a year to even get to this because I had other things I needed to use up. But I did finally use this up. Again, there's like a couple scraps, but it's not enough for me to like do my full face with. So I could scrape the rest of this out, but I am glad that I got this out of the way. Because we used up a couple of products this month, we are going to be pulling in a few. So to replace that makeup balm, or makeup remover balm, we're going to go in with this one by Pharmacy. So this came in a 3-pack from Sephora, and I got this at the end of last year. And I know I'm not supposed to be buying things when I already have enough. That being said, I knew I was at the end of my makeup balm rope. Like this one I knew was going to be gone pretty soon. I use a lot of makeup balm. And not only do I use a lot of it, I use it literally every single time that I am taking off my makeup. Pharmacy makes one of my favorite ones, and it came in a little trio. So this one is their Green Clean Wild Raspberry Tea. You can see I did start digging into this one. So this should not take me too long at all, honestly. And unfortunately, to go through, this is probably my favorite makeup removing balm. That being said, this is a close second. This does a really, really good job of getting everything off of my face before I go in with cleanser. Pharmacy is a little bit more expensive, and the Vanilla Co. you can usually find on some kind of a sale. I also saw recently, I think it was Manny MUA, picked up some of his at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So Vanilla & Co. is definitely going to be more cost effective. But I saw these in a little kit and I had to get them. So I want to make sure that I am working my way through these before I pick up another one. And then to replace that e.l.f. cleanser, we're going to go in with this one by Tula. Got this in, you guessed it, a subscription box. So this is their So Poreless Deep Exfoliating Blackhead Scrub. We're going to give this a go. I think this could be okay for at the sink. This has, of course, a little thing here, but I'm thinking that this will be good because my thought is that after I've had makeup on all day, once I go in with my makeup melting balm, this will be a good way to like really make sure that my pores are cleaned out and that ideally I'm like keeping my acne at bay. I haven't tried this product, of course, by Tula, so I am looking forward to it. So let's see here. Powered by pink salt, volcanic sand, and witch hazel. Witch hazel's not usually my favorite, but I'm excited to give this a go. I am optimistic, and I think we can make some good progress with this. The last 3 products are moisturizers. So I might be being a little ambitious, but hear me out. This is how it's going to go. So we're going to start. I found another one of these Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Creams. This is a piddly 5 milliliters, but I found another one, so I was like, okay, we have to use this. So we're going to try to use this one up first. I did actually already use it a little bit this morning. So again, you really do not get a lot of product in here. So I suspect that I will be able to not only go through this one, but then start on a full-size product. And the one I want to use is by Pharmacy. This is their Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer. I've never tried this one before. It still has her little lid on her. This one has 1.7 fluid ounces. So I think this one is going to take me a bit to use up all the way, but I'm not super mad about that because a gel-based moisturizer without oils is what works best for me when the weather starts getting warm. So I think it will make sense for me to like start out with this because this should last me at least partway through the month, and then we can kind of dive into this one and start chiseling away at that. And I also found this little mini. This is by Dr. Barbara Sturm, and this is their super anti-aging eye cream. It is like, again, it can't be more than like 6 milliliters. It's pretty small. It is an eye cream though, so this one I think is obviously going to take me a bit longer than the Drunk Elephant, but that being said, it's still a pretty small container. I did use it this morning, so we'll kind of see how this does throughout the month of March. And that is it. That was a bit longer. Oh, no, that is not it. I totally forgot. I have not been using this as I should. This is by Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is her Candy Drip Lip Oil. I used this 5 times. Not great. So I tried keeping it in my bathroom to see if I would use it more there. That did not work. So I think it's placement that is the problem for this one. So I'm going to try to see if keeping it up here in my beauty room is a better option. And I would like to use it at least 10 times, you know, at least every single time before I do my makeup. Like while I'm sitting here doing my base, I can apply it to my lips and just kind of like give a little bit of hydration is my thought. But that is finally it. This video was quite a bit longer than I anticipated, but I had a lot of successes, a couple of things that were a little bit of a drawback, but I feel good. I actually feel better about my project pan in relation to my skincare than I do my makeup, because I feel like I have been able to better focus on my skincare, just because it's something that I can do every single day within the comfort of my home. It's like a part of my routine that doesn't take me half an hour. It takes me 5 minutes. So at any rate, let me know down below, are you doing a project pan, and how are you doing? Are you incorporating skincare? How did you do this last month? I really do think that project pans help in terms, especially for me, for skincare, because it helps me put into perspective, like it takes me quite a bit of time to finish up certain types of products, which means I do not need to be buying them. And it also puts into perspective like products like a cleansing balm that I'm going to go through once every 2 to 3 months. And so it's okay for me to be a little bit more forgiving with myself if I can find a good deal on them, because I'm gonna like whiz through them. But let me know down below, how are you doing? What is in your project pan? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.